Hey, y'all, what's going on? Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Deanna Marie, and you are watching Handmade by Deanna Marie. So, got a little bit of stuff going on today. First of all, I want to share with y'all some of the stuff I got. Remember, my ring light was going out. Well, I got a new ring light. This thing is massive. Um, it's one of those that you can put your phone in. I'm not using it for that, but it does have the attachment. I'll take a picture when we're done, and just to show you what it's like on the background. It's called the Auraday, Aureday, and it has like different colors that you can change the light to. The other thing I got was a new wireless mic, and I really love this. It has the breeze or the wind. I can't remember what they call that. Anyway, it has two mics, and it has both of these. Again, I can't think of the right name for it. And then it comes with the charger, the charge cord here, and I like it because the when the case is charging, it gives you lets you know how much it is, like 100% or what the percentage is. Okay, and it also comes in this cute little case. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I am on this mic now, so I've tested it a couple of times and it's been great. So I have a customer that wants some smaller earrings. So I broke out all of my little earring molds here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make the smaller parts of the earrings, and so she can decide which one better fits her. So I love these molds that give you the large, medium, and smaller ones. And then I am going to make her some of the really small hearts here. So I'll make these in studs because I think I made these, but I think for her, maybe those were too big. So we're going to do these. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to do a couple of these, and I may do a couple of those just in case. So I've got all the colors and stuff over here that I'm going to use. And let me decide which molds we're going to play with today. That's definitely going to be one. All right. Be right back. Okay, so we're going to start with the small octagon here. Um, and the way we're going to do this is I'm going to just add a little resin in the bottom. Make sure you guys can see this. So can we move our... So I have our colors mixed. Oh, I think that cup must be broken. Be right back. Okay, yeah, that cup had a hole in it, but these are our colors. So we've got the purple, and we've got I forgot the name. Remember, these are the powders that don't have names on them. They just have numbers. So this one here is this one, and then I showed you the purple already, and then we have the blue, which is this one here, and then we have the gold, and we also have uh, this color. I'm not sure what that color is, but it's this. It's really rich. It's pretty, quite pretty. And then we have the green. Okay, let me move these guys out of the way. So what I did was I put a layer in here, and so now what I'm gonna do is just drop the color into just a little dot. We just want a little dot. Oops. Well, inside. There we go. And we'll do the same with the blue. So we're just going to do a dot of each color into our earring here. Ooh, ooh, that could have been disastrous. Okay. think this one is only going to hold 5 colors. So we'll just put that in the middle there. Okay. Since we have this one, we'll just drop that in the middle. And then we have the blue. And then we have, I don't know what to call this color. I want to call it red, but it's not quite red. So we're going to drop a little bit of that right here. Then what we got? Green. These colors are so nice. They're just really vibrant. Okay. And then we have the gold. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take my tool here and just start there, and I'm just going to run it around. And do the same thing with this one and just run it around. Okay. We'll put those in the cure machine and let's get another mold. Okay, our next mold is going to be our little small square molds here. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to put a little resin in the bottom. And this time, let's do, oh, let me get it spread out. We're going to come back and put a back coating on it, so that's why we're doing it this way. That way we don't overfill our mold. Okay. All right, so we're going to use the gold. And you know what? This time we're just going to do one color. We'll do 2 drops right in the middle there. Okay. And we're going to take our tool, and I'm just going to go through it this way. And then come back and clean it. And we're going to do this one. We'll do it down that way. Okay. And that's it. We're going to leave that one just the way it is. Looks like I need to put a little bit. So I need to put a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just make sure everything is spread out properly. Okay. And we'll put this one in. Okay, our next set is going to be these studs and then these little small earrings here. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the blue, just putting it directly into my mold. That was 3 drops. Same thing here, 3 drops. More. There we go. And then let's do 3 drops of the gold. Okay, 3 drops of the gold. 1 more. Come on. All right. Now, this time we're going to put the UV resin on top of it. And that will be our earring. That's going to be it, guys. You know, that's the thing I love about making earrings. They can be as simple or as complicated as you want them to be. So now, with this next one, we're going to use this reddish color and just drop it in. Okay. That was 3 drops of each of those. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put some gold in there too. How about that? How about gold right along the edges there? Cool. Okay. Now we'll just put our resin in. Uh-oh. Okay. Excellent. Up, I do see a bubble. I didn't see any bubbles on those other ones. But we got a couple of bubbles here. Knock those out. All right. We'll put that in and be back with another mold. All right. For our next mold, it's going to be this one. I don't know what the actual name of this particular shape is, but we're going to do this one a lot different. So we're going to start out by putting the gold directly in the center. Oops, well, that didn't work out exactly the way I wanted, but it's okay. All right, then we're going to take the next color and we're just going to put that directly on top of the first dot. Okay, same thing here, just put it directly on top of the first dot. And we're going to do the same thing with the green. We're going to take the green and we're just going to put it directly on top of the other dots. Okay, we're going to use all these colors this time. Okay, cool. And we have a red, and then we have our blue. Okay. All right. Then we're going to take our clear resin and just pour it right on top of it. And just let it fill up the mold. Right on top of it. Let it fill up the mold. Oh, that's going to be pretty. That is going to be really pretty. See a couple of bubbles down here. Alrighty. I mean, creating earrings is really not difficult. I mean, you know, you can get elaborate and all that if you want to, but just to create some really pretty earrings, resin earrings with these molds, it is not difficult at all. Okay, that's number 4. Let's do number 5. All right, here we are at mold number 5. Oops, my stick fell down. Okay, now this time I think I'm just going to do solid. So this time we're just going to do a solid gold in this mold. Now when you do the solid colors like this, it's going to take a little bit longer for them to cure. So keep that in mind. Because what I've learned is when it doesn't cure, then after a while it begins to cave. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So it begins to cave, and then basically if it begins to cave, your piece is pretty much ruined. I'll show you one of my pieces that actually happened on. Hold on, let me show you. So like this, my beautiful candle holder. Now if you can notice right here, it's kind of concaved in. So basically that is from me not letting it cure. The other side cured just fine, but for some reason this side did not cure properly. So and I think I left this in the light for probably 15 minutes, maybe. I mean, it's not ruined. It's not ruined, but because I know what happened there, I wouldn't sell this. I'm just going to use this for show. But just to keep that in mind, the darker colors, it takes it a little while for them to cure for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do this side over here as well, and we're going to do green. How about that? We'll just let this one be green. Now, when you make your earrings, you can do sparkles. You can add anything you want to into your earrings. Now, I just got these, uh, I call them popsicle sticks, but they're called craft sticks. And I got like quite a few of these. I want to say almost 200 of them for like less than $20 on Amazon. I think that's what it was. Okay. So, and I've noticed in this resin, I've had virtually no bubbles. I gave my resin a water bath, a hot, warm water bath, and they are doing great. Okay, let's put this under the light and let's get, I think we have 2 more molds I want to do. All right, so now our next one is our diamond shaped. So let's do, I want to do this. Let's fill this, or not fill it, but let's put a good amount of resin in the small ones. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up something in this middle one too. Okay. Now, this time, let's make sure our resin is all spread out properly. You want to make sure you get behind the little earring thingy back here. You want to make sure your resin gets back there. When you're using a toothpick, make sure you're not, pushing down too hard, because you don't want the toothpick to scratch your mold. I've done that, and once I've unmolded it, I'm wondering what is that, and yeah, it's a scratch. So I'm gonna do these just alike. Okay, let's use the red next. Just putting it right on top of the purple this time. I mean, your imagination, you can just go wild when it comes to, this creativity thing, guys. Like I said, I look at other videos and get inspiration, but when I sit down here, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the creative juices just come, they just flow. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be pretty. So we got to get the green next. I think the green is our last. Oh, the blue is gonna be the last color. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now to clean up that mess I just made, I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm not gonna try to take it out, but I do want to get it off the side. So that's gonna be a unique earring. Let's see if I can put a little bit on. That's not gonna look right. We'll just let it be. Okay, and blue is the last one. What I also want you to notice is how many earrings I've made compared to how much resin I have left. I got quite a bit. I have quite a bit of resin left. That is just, look at how pretty that is. I'm gonna just leave this alone for a minute. I'm gonna let it, what they say, I'm gonna let it bloom. Ah, just so pretty. Oh my gosh. That is, it's just, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it spreading. I can see it just kind of spreading out. So I'm gonna let this continue to spread out and do its thing, because that's gonna end up being pretty. I'm gonna push this over here for a minute. Now, my customer also mentioned that she liked the smaller earrings. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pour each one of the colors in just to make a set of earrings. So this bottom row will be studs, of course. So we'll do the purple here. I'm gonna be careful not to overfill. I'm also gonna do purple here. In fact, you know what? I'm really kind of loving this color mixing thing. Somebody told me, or was it? I think it was somebody on one of the comments told me. They said I was like a mad scientist when it came to these colors, but I think I'm gonna let that one stay that way. Okay, let's do our green next. So we're gonna some green studs here. Okay, let's do the green up here too. And yes, I'm going to pull another color in there too. So let's put, why not just stick with the gold thing? So we'll put the gold in here also. On that side and on that side. Okay. Next we're going to do the blue. Oh, that blue is so pretty, so pretty. Okay. I'm going to be careful not to overfill our mold. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. Okay. Well done. Now I'm going to do the red. You probably didn't think I was going to do a red heart, huh? Okay. Alrighty there. Okay. Now, I'm going to cure this the way it is. I'm going to come back and top layer those hearts there. Oh, look at this, y'all. Look. Oh, y'all, look at that. Look. Oh, I got to move. I'm trying to move this out the way so y'all can see this. I hope y'all can see bring me in a little bit. Can y'all see how that's blooming? That is so pretty. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. So I'm gonna leave these guys. I'm not gonna, I just wanna see what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna touch them. I'm gonna leave them just the way they are. I'm gonna cure them. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put a clear backing on them and cure them again. So let's get these cured and I'll be back. All right, time for the unveiling. Okay, I made quite a few earrings. I'm going to show you guys the ones that I've made. At the end of the video, I'll just show you what they look like when I put them together. All right, so this is the one that we just kind of let it blossom. Oh, look at that. Oops. Both sides are really pretty. That's very pretty. So this is the pair. Oh, I like those. I like those. Those are nice. Okay. And then we went ahead and did the medium sized one as well. Oh, I like those too. That turned out really nice. Okay. And our next one was this one here. Oh, y'all, look at that. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Okay. And our next one was just really the clear heart. I'll do a little trimming right there. Trimming right there, looks like, yeah. But look at that. Those are cute. Just simple, simple but cute. telling you, man, you guys can be as creative. So we had these two as you want to with these earrings, man. I mean, just whatever is placed on your heart at the time. How adorable are those? Got a little thing here pulling aside, but you know. And literally, the backs are so smooth. I don't have to do any trimming around the edges or anything. So that's nice. Okay. And our little studs here. Now, what I like about these earring molds is that if you have a drill, you can actually attach them so they can be longer earrings if you want them to be. But here are those little ones there. Cute. Cute. A little bit of bling with the gold. Okay, and then we had these. So the little triangles. Now these were the ones that were just solid. These are just the solid. I think it was like 3 or 4 drops of the gold mica powder I put in there. And then we did the green ones. Just imagine you got somewhere to go and you're doing resin art and you go, I need some earrings. And you could just whip out and make you some earrings, man, in no time. Those are cute too. Okay. And then we have this one more here. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That is so nice. So nice. Okay. And then we have all the hearts that we made, right? So these hearts are going to be studs. So here are those right there. Oh, cute, cute, cute. Oh, so cute. Oh, I love those. And then we have these. Very nice. Very nice. No trimming is needed on any of these guys because I did not overfill them. I'll show you how I put the stud back on in just a moment, but let's just go ahead and look at the last ones here, which are the blue. Oh my God, I love that blue. That blue is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Got a little thing to peel out there. That blue is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay. And of course, these guys are just the hearts. You can see those turned out very nicely as well. Now, always keep in mind when you're doing these deep colors like this, it's going to take it a little longer to cure. So you need to make sure that you're curing it from the top and the bottom. So another tip is when you're using UV resin, you want to make sure you're using what's considered as being a clear mold. That way, a mold like this. That way the light gets on the top and the bottom. And there's our purple ones. There are our purple ones as well. Oops. Okay, there we go. There are our purple ones. All right, friends, I'm going to put these earrings together and I'll come back at the end and let you see what it looks like. But look at all those. We made some really nice earrings. Now, if you like this one here, I didn't peel that off in time. So I have what's called a deburring tool. This little gizmo right here. And I just take it and it will take that right on off for me. And then I'll be able to smooth it down. And there you go. All nice and pretty. All right, so these are all our earrings. Now I have all these colors here, so I am going to make some other earrings. But I'll come back and show you all the ones that I do make and what they all look like when I put them together. And I will also show you how I put on the stud backs as well. Look at these Now these, I made these as earrings, but I can't decide if I want to do it as a pendant. Um, oh, those are so pretty. I just had to stop and show y'all these before I put them all together. So these are all the small ones that I've made. And I've got some others in the, well, here, let me show you. These are these are in the curing machine right now. So I made several more pair of earrings. So these are, they've already cured, but because of the dark colors, I'm going ahead and let them sit in the curing machine just a little bit longer, just to make sure that everything cures properly. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I am back. And so these are all the earrings I've made in less than 2 hours, I guess. I made sure that these were cured, so I did go ahead and make some larger ones. Isn't that just so pretty? That's just beautiful. The little extra color on the side there, little empty space there. Then I did the green ones. So I just kind of went through and made some other sizes, as you can see. So I've got all my hardware over here, and now, say for instance, like this one here. This is kind of wide, okay? So oftentimes trying to get, I forget what's it called, or whatever the little ring is in there, will require that you use a really large ring, okay? Sometimes those aren't big enough either because it is so thick. So what I've got for that are these types of hooks or rings, or again, I'm not sure what the proper name is for them. But this right here is great because what it'll do, you can just fit it in, and it's easy enough to squeeze. But you fit that in, then you can put either your chain directly on it. Yeah, you can just put your chain. In this case, I'm going to be doing these two as necklaces rather than earrings. So just to kind of give you an idea. So uh, I wanted to show you how I put the uh, backs on the studded earrings. So what I've got here are various types of back, small ones, medium and large ones, in gold and in silver. Okay. And then I like these little rubber back hooks. These are nice. They're more comfortable to me. But I also have the metal ones as well. All right. So let me put this over here, and we'll grab these pretty blue ones right here. Now, what I also like to do is use a coaster or the back of the mold in order for me to have a little stability. Okay. All right. So you're in there. Okay. Let me bring you down a little bit closer. All right. So what I do here is I take a little resin, and then I have my UV torch, my lighter here, and I just use that to solidify it for me so it'll hold in place. So let's use, since it's a gold backing, we'll use this one. Let's see if that'll fit okay. That's a good fit. It'll hold it. So let's get another one here. Okay, good fit. So what we'll do next is just take and just put a drop of resin right there on it, and just place it there. If it slides, you can just go ahead and use your wand in order to Just make it stay still. So now, uh-oh, my battery went out, y'all. My battery went out. I'll be right back. All right, we're back in business. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a little bit of the UV light here, just so it'll hold, so it doesn't slide. And then I'll put it under the UV light for maybe about a minute, and we'll bring it back out and do a little more resin around just to even it out. So we'll be right back. Hello. Okay, I'm back and I am all done, guys. So these are the earrings that I've been able to make today. To actually make the earrings took less than 2 hours. And then, of course, I had to add the hardware on. So these two guys right here were supposed to be earrings, but you know, they're so pretty. I decided to make necklaces out of them rather than earrings on this shot. Then the other really pretty ones, we looked at these earlier. So those are really, really pretty. I'm really proud of those. Then we have a smaller version of those. And of course, you know, like my little triangle there, I use my little triangle jump ring in order to make that, you know, more a little bit more cohesive. So, and of course, there are the down here at the bottom. Let me pull this up a little bit. Okay, so down here at the bottom, we have the stud earrings that we made. So we have these guys here, which are really, really pretty. I really like those. Those are really nice. Um, then we have the green ones here. And of course, you know, I've got my purple and gold. Then the others are just solid colors. So we have the blue. That's a very pretty blue. And then the hearts. I mean, the I guess it's supposed to be red. I'm not real sure if that's red, red-ish. And then we have these green. And then we just have some solid purple ones. So I will need to put the backs on these. So what I did was, now when I did these initially, you know, I put the resin directly on here. You know, I put the resin on, then I stuck the backing on, right? Well, I forgot to mention there's an easier way probably to do it, which is to, and what I'll do is I'll take some resin, put it on the back of here, and then I just take this, dip it in that, and then place it on the back, and then use my little flashlight, my LED light or my UV light, this guy here, and just kind of get it in place. And then I put it on, if I'm doing a lot of them at once, like I did with these, I'll just do the backings and I put them all on here, and then I can put them inside the curing machine. So that's it for today, guys. We got a lot done. So now all I have to do is just put the backings on. So I hope my client likes the smaller earrings I've made here for her. I'm going to send those with my son-in-law so he can take those to her, and some of these other small ones, see if she likes those. But y'all, look at this. Look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? Just so pretty. And I did the bigger ones here. I showed you guys those and some other smaller ones. So anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to have to now put these on the card. So I have some cards that I literally handwrite my name on. You know, everything handmade by Deanna Marie. So right now I'm handwriting my name on the cards, and then I put the price on there as well. So everything is on the cards. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.